Om Shanti. Good morning. So today we'll listen to Baba's Murli for 6th March 25. The essence is, sweet children, just as you souls have received thrones in the form of your bodies, so the center of the forehead is our throne. In the same way, the Father, who has no throne of his own, is sitting on the throne of this Dada. So Shiv Baba uses the throne of Brahma Baba. Question: what are the signs of those who are aware of being God's children? Answer: they have true love for the one Father. God's children never fight or argue with one another. They can never have impure vision. Since they have become Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, that is, they have become brothers and sisters, they cannot look at one another with impure vision. The song is, leave your throne in the sky and come down to earth. This is when people call out to God, leave your throne of the sky and come down here to save us, to liberate us, to purify us. Om Shanti. You children know that Baba has now left his throne in the sky and has made the body of this Dada his throne. He left that throne to come here and he is now sitting here. The element of the sky is the throne of human beings. The throne of souls is the great element of light where you souls reside without bodies. So this is the physical world, which is covered by the element of sky. And beyond that is the element of light, which is the soul world. And that is, Baba says, that is where all the souls reside without bodies. Just as there are stars in the sky, so you tiny souls reside there. A soul cannot be seen without having a divine vision. A soul cannot be seen without a divine vision. We have all heard that I am a soul, we are all souls, but I will not be able to realize it unless I have a divine vision. You children now have the knowledge that souls are as tiny as stars, like points of light. The Father has now left that throne. The Father says you souls also had to leave that throne and make your bodies your thrones. I too definitely need a body. You call me into the old world. There is the song, the resident of the faraway land has come into the foreign land. The place where you souls reside and where Baba resides is the abode of souls, which is the soul world. We all reside there. Then from there you go to heaven, which Baba is establishing. The Father does not enter heaven himself. He remains beyond sound in the state of retirement. Baba remains beyond sound, Nirvan Dham, Vani se pare, beyond sound, in that land of silence. He is beyond experiencing happiness and sorrow. You experience happiness and you also experience sorrow. That's why God is called Anand, Anand Swarup, always blissful. He doesn't come into happiness or sorrow. He doesn't need to perform certain actions to give him happiness. No, ever blissful. So you Brahma Kumars and Kumaris now know that you are brothers and sisters, and so you should never even have a thought of impure vision towards one another, because we see each other as souls, as God's children. So we cannot have any impure vision. You are brothers and sisters and are sitting here personally in front of the Father. Just see this method for remaining pure. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. The Father of all is one, and so all of you are his children. You children must never fight or argue amongst yourselves. You know that at present you are God's children. Previously, you were devilish children. Now, at the confluence age, you have become God's children. Then, in golden age, you will be deity children. You children now know this cycle. You are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. Therefore, there can never be impure vision. There is no bad vision in the golden age. It is only in the kingdom of Ravan that there is impure vision. You children must not remember anyone except the Father. The greatest love should be for the one Father. Mine is one Shiv Baba and none other. The Father says, children, you now have to go to the Shiva temple. Shiv Baba is establishing heaven. So go to Shiva temple and explain to them, who is this that you are worshipping in the form of Shivling? Who is this? Whose memorial is this? For half a cycle, it has been the kingdom of Ravan, through which you reach degradation. No one knows who Ravan is or why you burn him. They do not even know Shiv Baba hmm, because they believe that Ravan kidnapped Sita. They and Ram killed Ravan. They've been burning Ravan every year on Dashera. But they don't understand who Ravan is. Why Ravan doesn't get killed when we burn him? Why? Why do we need to burn him every year? Because Ravan are the five vices which have expanded over this world. Just as they adorn the idols of deities and worship them and then sink them, so too they make a clay ling image of Shiv Baba, worship it, and then mix that clay back with the clay. Similarly, they also make an effigy of Ravan and then burn it, just like in Durga Puja or during Ganesh festival. They bring the idols, decorate, worship, so much love, so much bhavna, but then they go and put it in the water, they immerse it. So, in the same way, this is what devotion is. They create images, idols, worship, have a lot of bhavna, but when the idol breaks or when the days are over, they go and destroy it. They do not understand anything. They say that it is now Ravan's kingdom and that the kingdom of Ram has to be established. Gandhiji too wanted the kingdom of Ram. Therefore, that means that this is the kingdom of Ravan. The Father comes and rains the rain of this knowledge on you children, who had been burnt away by sitting on the pyre of lust in the kingdom of Ravan. So everyone seated on the pyre of lust in Ravan's kingdom, and Baba comes and showers this rain of knowledge, through which we realize, oh, what was I thinking? What was I doing? He benefits everyone. Just as when rain falls on barren land, grass begins to grow. In the same way, because you had no rain of this knowledge, you had become totally barren. Once again, you are being showered with this knowledge through which you will become the masters of the world. So, what does this Murli do? Or what does this rain of knowledge do to us? It when showered every day with this rain of knowledge, the intellect slowly that had become barren, that had become impure, slowly starts growing these grass. This little fruit of this rain. Although you children live at home with your families, you should have a great deal of internal happiness. Some poor children study and become lawyers, etc. Through their studies, they then sit with important people and they eat and drink together. There is the story of the Bhil, the native woman in the scriptures. You children know that those who have done the most devotion will come and take this knowledge the most. The story of the native woman, the Bhil, is that she was feeding Ram the uh, the fruit, huh? And then she was sitting with Ram, feeding him, but also she would taste them first and then feed him. So it's like eating together. So Lakshman was observing this, and Lakshman like, why are you eating first and then feeding him? And she says, I'm tasting them first so that they are sweet. And I'm only feeding those those fruits that are sweet. So this is the bhavna. This is love. So Baba is saying that those who have done most devotion will come and take this knowledge. We are the ones who have done the most devotion from the very beginning. Therefore, Baba sends us to heaven first of all. These are accurate things filled with this knowledge. We were ones who were worthy of worship, and we then became worshippers. We continued to come down. All of this knowledge is explained to you, children. At present, everyone in the whole world is an atheist. That's because they do not know the Father. Atheist is not someone who doesn't believe in God. Atheist is someone who doesn't know God. Because theism, the theory of theism means knowing. So atheist is someone who doesn't know God. They simply say neti neti, neither this nor that. As you continue to make progress, sannyasis will come and definitely become theists. Even if one sannyasi came here, not all of his followers would trust him. They would say that the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris have cast a magical spell on him. They would remove that sannyasi from the gadi and replace him with one of his disciples. So that's why sannyasis don't come. And even if they come, they realize, they experience, or they understand, they cannot follow. Why? Because they have all their followers. And if the followers realize that, the sannyasi is following the teachings of Brahma Kumaris, they would remove him from the gadi. So many such sannyasis came to you, but they then disappeared. This is a very wonderful drama. You children now know everything from the beginning to the end. You also imbibe this number wise according to your efforts. The Father has this entire knowledge, and so you too should have it. Day by day, many centers continue to be opened. You children have to become very merciful. I remember this Murli was spoken in like the 50s or early 60s, and new centers were opening at that time. The Father says, have mercy for yourselves. Do not be merciless. Have mercy for yourselves. How? He continues to explain this too. Remember the Father and become pure from impure. You must never make effort to become impure again. Your vision has to remain very good. Our vision should not be attracted towards anyone's body. We Brahmins are God's children. God has adopted us. We now have to change from ordinary humans into deities. First, we will become angels who reside in the subtle region. You are now becoming angels. The secret of the subtle region has been explained to you, children. Here it is the talkie world. In the subtle region, it is movie. There's no sound. There's only action in the subtle region. In the incorporeal world, there is just silence. There's no movement, there's no sound, just silence. The subtle region is for angels. A ghost has a body like a shadow. When a soul does not receive a new body, he wanders around with the shadow body. That is called a ghost. You can see that with your physical eyes. Then there are angels, the residents of the subtle region. These aspects have to be understood. So, difference between angels and ghosts. Ghosts are souls who are troubled, who have not received a body. So, they're just um, discontented souls, right, around in this world because their desires are not fulfilled. They don't have a body to take. They are waiting. So, they are ghosts. Their body is like a shadow. You'll see like a dark image. uh, That's the body. So that's ghost. An angel is someone with body of light. An angel is very light. Angel is contented. Angel is fulfilling desires of others. So you have the knowledge of this incorporeal world, subtle region, and corporeal world. Keep all of this knowledge in your intellects while you walk and move along. We are originally residents of the incorporeal world. We now are to return there via the subtle region. Few days back, Baba said, right? While going back, we go through the subtle region, but when we come down from home into this world, we don't come through the subtle region. We come directly. First, the subtle region is needed, and then the corporeal world is needed. It is now the confluence age. This is called the godly age, whereas the new world is called divine age, the age of deities. You children should have so much happiness. If you have impure vision, you cannot claim a high status. You are now Brahmins. You must not forget this when you return home. So, here listening to Murli, we have the intoxication, but Baba says, don't forget this when you go back to your homes or get busy in doing your jobs, etc. You forget when you go into the bad company. You swans are God's children. You should no longer have any internal strings of attachment to anyone. If you do have strings of attachment, you would be called monkeys of attachment. Your business is to make everyone pure. You are the ones who make this world into heaven. There's such a difference between the devilish children of Ravan and you children of God. In order to make your stage constant, you children have to practice not seeing while seeing everything. If you want to make your stage constant, practice seeing but not seeing. Many a times when foreigners come to India, they get very disturbed or they're not able to digest what the country is offering. There's so much chaos, so much sound. There's all this all the time, people honking, so many people on the road, people just cross the roads as they wish. All of this. And they're like, oh my God, this is so chaotic. Uh, US is so peaceful. But we have to start realizing, like even I would feel the same thing. But last 1.5 years, I have accepted this chaos. I have accepted it. And what I keep telling myself, I see, but I don't see. That means I'm not getting affected by it. I see it. Okay, I see all the chaos, but I'm not letting it affect me. So see, but don't see. That's how you keep your intellect stable. To keep your intellect stable and constant is a matter of courage. It does take effort to become perfect. You need time to become perfect. Only when you reach your karmatit stage can this vision remain stable. Until then, there will be one pull or another. You have to remain totally beyond that. You need a clear line. While seeing everything, it must be as though you don't see anything. Only those who practice this will claim a high status. We have not reached that stage yet. Sannyasis do not understand these things. Here you have to make a lot of effort. You know that you have now renounced the old world. You simply have to return to your home of sweet silence. So we are living in this world, but my intellect is drawn towards the sweet silence. This is not in the intellect of anyone else like it is in yours. Only you know that you now have to return home. God Shiva speaks. He is the purifier, the liberator, and the guide. Krishna is not the guide. It is at this time that you learn how to show everyone this path. This is why you have been named Pandavas, because we are guides. Pandav means the guide, someone who is helping, guiding. So Baba calls us Pandavas. You are the Pandav army. You have now become soul conscious. You know that you have to return home, that you have to leave your old bodies. The examples of the snake and the buzzing moth applies to you at this time. So the example of the snake where the snake sheds its old skin without any sorrow. The same snake knows my new skin is there, sheds the old skin. So, in the same way, I, the soul, understanding that this body is like the skin that I will shed and I will get a new body. And the story, the example of the buzzing moth is the moth keeps on doing zoo, 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 right? Constantly. So the example of buzzing moth is that we continue to keep buzzing knowledge. And one day they will understand. You are now the practical forms of those. They cannot do this business because unless you have this knowledge, how can you do this business of sharing knowledge, giving knowledge? You know that this world is a graveyard and that it has to become a land of angels. Every day is lucky for you. You children are always lucky. Children are registered in a school on a Thursday. This has been the system from the beginning. So even now, I think in Chicago, some of the schools start on a Thursday. It's really interesting. Not a Monday. It is the Lord of the tree who is guiding us to the kingdom. So Baba says that so we offer bhog on the day of Satguru, right? So Baba says that usually, schools used to start on the day of Satguru. So Baba says the omens, these omens are unlimited. The omens of the path of devotion are limited. The omens of the path of devotion are limited. There are now unlimited omens, and so you must make full effort. It is not just one who will become Lakshmi or Narayan, there will also be their dynasty. So now we have the omens of the true Guru, Baba, God, who is the bestower of liberation and life, the true Guru who is guiding us. So take full benefit. So Baba says that it is not that only there'll be Lakshmi and Narayan, but there will also be their dynasty, so the kingdom. Many will definitely rule there. There's the Sun Dynasty kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. These things are in your intellects. Some of you children have also had a vision of how they receive their tilak of sovereignty, how the Sun Dynasty people hand over the kingdom to the Moon Dynasty people. It is not that the Moon Dynasty, Ram and Sita will fight and claim their kingdom. No, it's very peacefully just being passed. The parents wash the feet of the child and give him the tilak of sovereignty and the fortune of the kingdom. This is how it's done. All of these visions are fixed in the drama. You children shouldn't become confused about this. Simply remember the Father and become the spinners of discuss of self realization. Swa-darshan Chakradhari. Spinners of discuss of self realization. That means how I, the soul, traveled through the drama. Spin the discuss of this drama. Self realization. How I, the soul, traveled through this drama. Realize your journey. And also make others this. You are the mouth born children of Brahma, the true Brahmins who spin the discus of self realization. So much violence has been shown in the scriptures by them using the discus of self realization. Right? In the scriptures, they use this chakra to kill the head, to kill certain demon or someone. So Baba says they have used this discus of self realization in the scriptures as a violent, mm, as something um, of violence. The father is now narrating the true Gita to you children. Therefore, you should learn it by heart. The knowledge of the world's Gita. They are talking about a violent war, physical war, where you're fighting and killing. But this knowledge of Gita is talking about this non violent war. not a physical war where you're killing. It's a war with your vices, your own vices. Your entire connection is with the Gita. In the Gita, there is knowledge as well as yoga. You only have to create one book. Why should you also create books about yoga separately? However, nowadays yoga is very famous. Therefore, different names are given to make people come and understand. They will understand at the end that they have to have yoga with the one Father. Those who listen to this will then claim a high status in their own religion. So, those who listen to this, understand this, make effort to remember or connect to the one Father, will claim their status based on the effort. And those of other religions, uh, like sometimes Baba says that the religious founders will also understand this knowledge at the end, but they will not have time to make effort. So they will understand, they will realize who God is, that we have to connect to Him. And that's how they will claim a high status in the next cycle as well. So they'll come as religious founders as well. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. Have mercy for yourself. Make your vision very good and pure. God has adopted you in order to change you from an ordinary human into a deity. Therefore, you must never have any thought of becoming impure, going onto the path of lust. In order to make your stage completely karmatit, constantly practice remaining beyond. While seeing everything in this old world, do not see it. Don't get influenced by everything that you see. By constantly practicing this, you will make your stage constant. Today's blessing. May you become full of all treasures and satisfied. May you become full of all treasures and satisfied by accumulating an income of multi-millions at every step. May you become full of all treasures and satisfied by accumulating an income of multi-millions at every step. The children who take every step in remembrance of the Father accumulate an income of multi-millions at every step. It is only at this confluence age that you receive a mine of an income of multi-millions. Khazana, no Khan, mine of this multi-millions. The confluence age and the mine is Shiv Baba. The confluence age is the age to accumulate. You can now accumulate as much as you want. Not even one step, that is, not even 1 second must go by when you do not accumulate anything. That is, it must not go to waste. Not even a second should go without accumulating because confluence age, this time is the time where we accumulate for the entire cycle. So don't let it go to waste. Let your treasure store be constantly full. Let your world be such that it lacks nothing. Such should be the sanskars. When you become that full and satisfied now, you will then become a master of the infinite treasures in the future. When you become full of all the attainments, when you become full of everything that the unlimited treasures at this time, and when I become content and satisfied at this time, is when in the future I will have infinite treasures. I'll become a king or a master in the future. Slogan: instead of becoming upset in any situation, remain seated on the seat of a knowledgeful soul. A knowledgeful soul means the one who has all this knowledge. Full. Full. Knowledge, full. That means I have all the knowledge. And when I start applying this knowledge, I become knowledgeful. Full. I become knowledgeful. That means now I am applying, imbibing this knowledge and applying it. So there's a difference being knowledgeful, being full, Full, full of all this knowledge, where I have all this knowledge. So instead of becoming upset in any situation, remember what knowledge has Baba given me. And when I start applying it, I become knowledgeable. Today's Avyak signal: adopt the culture of truth and good manners. Let there be love and also sweetness, and so greatness in your words. Let there be truth in them, but also let there be humility in your form. Be fearless and speak with authority, but let your words be within the code of conduct. Let there be a balance of the two. Where there is a balance, you can see wonders, and those words are not harsh, they sound sweet. So now show the wonder of a balance of authority and humility. This is the way to reveal the Father. Many a times our words will be, we are trying to be sweet in our words, but our tone becomes of authority or rude sometimes, and we don't realize. And we say that, oh, I was speaking sweetly, my intention was sweet, my intention, yes, but how did it sound to the other? Does it sound harsh? Does it sound rude? What's the tone? Huh? And the tone in the voice comes from the awareness, the attitude that I'm carrying. So that's why Baba is saying that there has to be a balance. Sometimes we say that, oh, I need to be authoritative to get things done. Okay, but let there be humility also in my tone. So there has to be authority as well as balance of humility. Sure. There's a small invaluable versions of Mama. For half the cycle, there is knowledge, the day of Brahma, and for other half of the cycle, there is devotion, night of Brahma. For half the cycle, it is day of Brahma, golden and silver age, and for half the cycle, it is night of Brahma, copper and iron age. The night now has to end, and the morning has to come. God now comes and ends the darkness and begins to bring the light. There is light through knowledge and darkness through devotion. In the song, it says, take us away from this world of sin to a place where the heart finds comfort. This is a restless world where there is no comfort. In the state of liberation, there is no rest or restlessness. In liberation, we are beyond rest and restlessness. The golden and silver ages are the world of rest and comfort, and everyone remembers that land of happiness. So you are now going to that world of rest and comfort. No impure soul can go there. No impure soul can go to golden age, which is the land of rest and comfort. At the end, they will experience punishment from Dharamraj and become free from any bondage of karma, and will then carry away their pure sanskars because there are no impure sanskars or sins there. When souls forget their real father, there's then the predestined eternal play of the maze, the game of victory and defeat. This is why we now take power from God, the Almighty Authority, to gain victory over the vices and claim our fortune of the kingdom for 21 births. Acha, Om Shanti. So it's a play of victory and defeat. And now that we understand this play, we connect to Baba and claim our inheritance for the cycle. So it's what Baba is saying in the blessing, that don't waste this time. It is this time of confluence age to become full. Once we understand this knowledge, utilize this time. Don't waste it. Cha? Om Shanti. So today, Baba is drawing our attention to these eyes. What am I seeing with these eyes? Where are these eyes getting pulled? Do I get attracted by someone's physical beauty, physical appearance through these eyes? Where are my eyes getting pulled? And Baba says that we are children of Baba. When I realize this, I realize that all the souls of the world are my brother souls. Then I cannot have any impure vision on anyone. When I am in body consciousness, that means when I think that I am this body, in this female body, I look this way, I am so and so, is when I need a partner, I need a companion, I need, they talk about, the physical attraction, physical intimacy. I need all of that because I'm so much in this body consciousness. But when I am in soul consciousness, I don't need any of that because what the soul needs is far more unlimited than what the body is, what the body needs. So, and again, we know that lust is the greatest or is the biggest vice. Because of this vice of lust, the whole world has become trapped in Ravan's kingdom. We know the story of Ravan kidnapping Sita. And why did Ravan kidnap Sita? Because he was enamored by the beauty of Sita, probably, or he wanted to marry Sita. Mm. But again, remember, it's the lust. It's lust. So this Ravan, being the Shiv Bhakt, devotee of Shiv, who had so much wisdom, but when it came to lust, all of his buddhi, all of the wisdom was just covered. So that's what lust does. It just blinds the wisdom that we have. And that's why Baba keeps reminding us that lust is this biggest enemy. Stay away from it. And for that, keep practicing. I am a soul, God's child. I am a soul, God's child. So, in this way, when we look at others, we will see others as God's children, as souls. And our intellect, my eyes will not be drawn to just physical beauty. Right? So, and the practice, another practice that Baba reminded us today is see but don't see. See this world, live in this world, but my intellect is with Baba. So don't see, don't let anything from this world affect you. Okay? Cha. Om Shanti. So let's remember Baba. Let's take our intellects beyond into the world of silence, Nirvan Dham, Shanti Dham, the land of silence, the home of I, the soul, the land beyond sound, beyond action, the place where I, the soul, feels the most peace, feels the most comfort. I'm in my home with my Supreme Father. He's my Father, my guide, who showers his blessings upon me. I'm multi-million times fortunate that God is showering his blessings upon me. This is the practice of detachment from this world. I am in this world playing my part, but with my mind and intellect, I'm detached. I'm connected to my home. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti.